Well, good morning, Facebook friends and family, YouTube viewers. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm at my office and I'm processing rental applications as I have been doing all week. And the number of applications that I am denying because of false information is become outrageous. So I wanted to come to you as landlords, other coworkers. What are you doing to ensure that your landlords are really getting a good tenant? How are we checking these people? One, what is your application like? What questions do you ask? When you do a rental verification, what questions do you ask the previous landlord? What I'm finding is people are using false pay stubs. They are also using false landlords. So, for instance, they are saying to you, let's just say John Doe is the owner of my property here at 123 Main Street. Okay. And they give you John Doe's phone number and email. You call the number. It says, thank you for calling John Doe. I'm not available. Leave a message. You send your questionnaire off to the landlord and you ask them to rate this tenant. How has the tenant been paying the rent? When did the tenant move in with you? Were they in good standing with you? Did they take care of your property? These are all the questions that you ask them. And let's just say John Doe fills out that information, sends it back, and says the tenant was wonderful. Is that it? Do you now accept that tenant and think you have a good tenant? Well, here at Desirable Management, it doesn't work like that. So what I'm finding is, number one, how do you know John Doe actually owns that property? Well, of course, I'm a real estate broker, so I have access to see, but everyone has access to see. If you go to the tax assessment office, you can see who the owner of the property. So let's start there. Making sure that the name that they put down is the actual name of the owner of that property. Now, find out some questions. When you look at a tax record, how many people's name is on that record? Is it Mr. and Mrs. John Doe? So when you're talking to John, are you asking, well, Mr. John, is anyone else on this deed with you? And if they tell you, no, it's just me alone. Well, that's not accurate. Is that really the actual owner? There's a number of different questions that we can ask to make sure they're giving us valid information. There's a number of different things that we can look at on these pay stubs that they're providing, and when we're doing job verifications, that we can check to make sure they're actually providing accurate information. I'm going to start to do a little series and go in depth with you on how you can find this information out. It is extremely important that we take the time to make sure we are selecting good candidates. Unfortunately, we have a large number of people looking for properties. Some of the reason that these people are looking for properties is because they were removed from previous properties where they were at. Either their lease was up and they were not a good tenant, and so the landlord has asked them to leave, or they may have been evicted. You really need those answers so that you can make a good decision. I want you to stay tuned. I want you to subscribe. Again, I'm going to start doing just small modules. It won't be anything long, but I want you to be well equipped to make a great decision. I'll see you soon.